And we welcome you to the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We have another Western Conference Game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinal match featuring the Dallas Mavericks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I am Vinny from vdubproductions on the call here, part of the 2025-2026 season playthrough here. So we look at the starting lineups. We have Irving, Thompson, Marshall, Davis, and Derek Lively, the second starting. When we have, for the Thunder, we have SGA, Lugenstort, Jalen, J.A., Ellie, and Williams, Holmgren, and Hartenstein. As Thunder will win the tip with 58-24, the winners of the Northwest Division. Number 2 seed in the Western Conference playoffs here as Lugenstort quickly starts off with a 3. I see Kyrie Irving with it through the court here. And then we got the Dallas Mavericks at 48-34. They were actually the finished 8th in the Western Conference standings regular season, but did win the 7-8 playing game to become the 7th seed in the Western Conference playoffs here. And there are a lot of players that are not with their real teams in real life right now, because for the purposes of this, as you see, like Anthony Davis, for the purposes he is in a Wizard uniform now with the Wizards after a trade. Is we got Najee Marshall getting the start over here, even though he has that hurt designation. As we have Anthony Davis over 7 on the shot clock. Davis coming around. He's been rejected. This stays alive. Marshall will get the shot up. No good. Holmgren with the rebound. Chet Holmgren had a block and then gets the defensive rebound there. Williams for 3. That's in there. That's 8 quick points already for the Thunder. Not even a minute and a half into the game. See Kyrie crossing the half-court line. Najee Marshall. The Thunder are without Aaron Wiggins. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. As you see, there's a slam dunk by Anthony Davis, averaging 22.8 points this season. As I said, Davis is, for the purposes of this season playthrough project, still a Maverick, even though we know he's with the Wizards. As there's SGA coming around. 3 games this season, SGA has averaged over 44 points per game again on average against the Mavericks this season in all 3 games. And there's a 3-point attempt there. That's no good. Hartenstein grabbing a rebound. Jalen Williams crossing the half-court line here. She's back over to Dort. Dort for 3. That's his second 3 of the game, and it's 13-2 already for the Thunder. Lugenstort got everything started. And right now, not even 3 minutes into the game, the Thunder are just firing on all cylinders right now. Kyrie coming around, dish it over to Klay Thompson, back to Najee Marshall. Thompson for 3. That's in there. And for the Mavericks, their injury list, as I mentioned in the last video, Flag is going to be out for a while. PJ Washington also out for the as you see, Holmgren with the slam dunk there, averaging 21.4 points a game. So yeah, PJ Washington and Cooper Flag are out. Najee Marshall has the hurt designation, but you see 2K overrode that injury. I mean, that's for 2K right there. You see Kyrie Irving. Thought it was going to fall him for a second, but it doesn't. Get Lugenstort coming around now with it. 15 on the shot clock. Pass it over to SGA. 10 on the shot clock. SGA still controlling it right now, being guarded by Kyrie. SGA dishes it over to Dort. Dort for 3. That's another 3-pointer for Lugenstort. That's his 3rd already. And it's 18-5 OKC. Kyrie will have it, and timeout by the Mavericks here. 7:58 to play. We're going to take a timeout. The Thunder are leading at 18-5. All right, coming out of timeout here, the Thunder off to a quick 13-point lead here as there is 4:02 into the first quarter. Derek Lively the second getting ready to inbound it. He'll inbound it to Najee Marshall. Holding on to it right now over to Kyrie Irving. Back over to Derek Lively the second. Over to Davis. Davis with a jump shot, no good. Jalen Williams grabbing the rebound for the Thunder. That's Jalen. Lugan-Stewart, he'll lose it as Davis will get the steal. Klay Thompson over to Marshall. Back over to Derek Lively. Count it. Hartenstein called for the first personal foul, and that's going to bring Derek Lively the second to the free throw line. This is the second to last first round series to get started here. We got the scoring breakdown already. 4 3-pointers made and 14 points off of assist already. Three of those 4 3-pointers have been made by Lugan-Stewart, as Lively does hit the free throw here. 7.5 to play in the first. 18-8, the Oklahoma City Thunder are on top. Dort for 3. Make that 4 3-pointers already for him. And it's 21-8. As I said, Oklahoma City off to a very firing on all cylinders to this point. Kyrie coming around. Kyrie for 3. No good. Hartenstein with the rebound. Lugan-Stewart coming around with it. He's holding it. Play back over to Jalen Williams. Williams for 3. That's in there. Jalen Williams hitting 3-pointers now. And it's 24-8. As I said, right now everything seems to be falling down for the Thunder. Over to Irving. Irving for 3. That is no good. Holmgren grabbing the rebound. You see Lugan-Stewart. Dort for 3. That is in there. I believe that's 15 for him. All those have been 3-pointers. And it's a 19-point lead already for Oklahoma City. We're not even halfway through the first quarter. Marshall over to Thompson. Thompson for 3. No good. Hartenstein with the rebound. Jalen Williams coming around. Williams dishing it over to Holmgren. And Holmgren's going to go to the line shooting 2 as Anthony Davis called for his first. 5:55 to play in the first. Chet Holmgren for 2 shots. And he'll make the first one here. First set of substitutions coming into the game for OKC. Dort's going to go to the bench for Cason Wallace. And why not? He's getting himself a well-earned breather right now. And the second one is missed. Over to Thompson. 18 on the shot clock. Klay Thompson holding on to it, with the Mavericks trailing it by 20 right now. Kyrie Irving for 3, and he drains it. Kyrie Irving had a 59-point performance in that win against the Golden State Warriors. SGA for 3, no good. And remember, it was a 14-point lead early on for the Warriors in that game, and back-to-back threes made by the Thunder. Kyrie and now Klay Thompson. Mavericks within 14 here as we're approaching 5:08 to play here in the first. Wallace for 3. He drains it. He'll get his first points off the bench. And the Thunder up by 17 again. Timeout, Dallas. 4:54 to play in the first. We're going to take a timeout. 31-14, Oklahoma City on top. Coming out of the timeout here, Oklahoma City Thunder on top by 17. We look at the lineup set. Russell, Irving, Christie, Martin, and Lively are out on the court. And now we got SGA, Wallace, Caruso, another Williams, and Hartenstein, I think, is out on the court. Or no, Hartenstein still out on the court. You see Caleb Martin over to Kyrie Irving. Mavericks trailing by 17. They led trail by as many as 20. Kyrie coming around. That is no good, but he gets his offensive rebound, and Kyrie Irving putting the effort in for the second chance points. Look at SGA. For 3. No good. Caleb Martin with a 3 as D'Angelo Russell. Usually he would get a start himself every now and then. Derek Lively holding on to it. Over to D'Angelo Russell. Russell coming around with the jumper, no good. SGA with the rebound. Gives it over to Williams. Williams for three. No good. Or was that Wallace? I think that was Wallace. Never mind. That is missed. Hartenstein. Yeah, that was Wallace that had the three-point attempt. No. There's a shot up. No good. Christie will get the rebound for the Mavericks. SGA only 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting, but he does have 4 assists already. Irving back to Russell. In on the shot clock here. 31-16 over to Russell. D'Angelo Russell with the bucket. So we got SGA. And there's SGA with a bucket. 3 minutes of play in the first. 33-18 Thunder on top. This game coming to you from the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I am Vinny for VDUB Productions on the call between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Dallas Mavericks in the 7 versus 2 matchup in the Western Conference Game 1. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And also, if you are in a position and you want to support me financially, I will have the link to my Cash App in the description down below as we sell the bucket by Oklahoma City, putting them back up by 17. With 2:10 to play in the first. Russell for three, no good. SGA grabbing a rebound. 2 minutes remaining in the first. Got SGA coming around. And that bucket's in there. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And he puts the Thunder up by 19 again. He's averaging 36.8 points per game here at the Paycom Center. He is the scoring champion for this year, as Derek Lively will miss that one. SGA coming around. Under a minute and a half to play. SGA with the bucket. He's starting to heat up. He has 10 already in this game. He and Lugens Dort are off to a hot start for the Thunder, and it's a 21-point lead. Russell, he misses that one. Hartenstein grabbing a rebound. Over to Wallace. Wallace will hit the shot up. That's no good. Russell with the rebound. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. 21-point lead, 39-18. Russell will pass that one back over to Caleb Martin. 7 on the shot clock. Russell with a deep three, no good. Jalen Williams grabbing the rebound. Williams coming around. This is back over to SGA. Back over to Caruso. Caruso for three, no good. Russell grabbing the rebound. Russell. This is back over to Lively. The second back over to Caleb Martin. 10 on the shot clock. Over to Irving. Holding on to it right now. They got to get a shot up. Kyrie for a shot. No good. Hartenstein grabbing the rebound, and that will do it. We are at the end of the first quarter here in Oklahoma City. The Thunder leading at 39-18. You're watching Game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals here on VDUB Productions. We'll be back to start the second quarter shortly. Start of the second quarter here in Oklahoma City. We had Anthony Davis checking back in. No, that's not Anthony Davis. Who is that? I know Russell is still in the game. Same with Max Christie. No, Anthony Davis is checked back into the game. All right. As we got Holmgren and Wallace. 17 rebounds already for the Isaiah Joe checks into the game, as well as Sorber. Caruso back over to Holmgren. Holmgren for three. That's in there. Chet Holmgren putting the team. It's Gafford. That was Gafford that inbounded the ball, but he does get a slam dunk there. So it is Holmgren, Caruso, Wallace, Isaiah Joe. As we see Holmgren coming around. And then Sorber. So that is a lineup set for sure for the Thunder here. That shot is up. No good. Gafford, followed by Christie, Exum, Anthony Davis. As that's stolen by Alex Caruso. Holding on to that right now for Isaiah Joe. Over to Holmgren. Holmgren for three. That is off, and Gafford. And D'Angelo Russell, I believe that is the lineup set all for the Mavericks here. As Anthony Davis with the slam dunk. That's 4 points for him. He is minus 16 out on the court right now. And the Mavericks trailing by 20. This is the NBA playoffs here. As Isaiah Joe for three. That's in there. And it's a 23-point lead for the Thunder. Matching their largest. Actually, no, they were up by 24, actually, at the beginning part of the second quarter. Anthony Davis. 9 on the shot clock. Davis will get the shot up. That is no good. Holmgren grabbing the rebound. Caruso. And over to Holmgren. Back over to Isaiah Joe. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Caruso. Caruso, that is no good. Christie with the rebound. Russell has it. There's a big jumper for Russell. No good. Isaiah Joe grabbing the rebound. Over to Caruso. Caruso, three. No good. Gafford with the rebound. Get it over to Exum. Exum holding on to it right now. Back over to Anthony Davis. Davis, that's stolen by Joe. Isaiah Joe has it still. Isaiah Joe for three. That's in there. Timeout, Dallas. We're going to take one as well. 8:27 to play in the second. 48-22 Oklahoma City on top. Coming out of timeout here in Oklahoma City. 48-22. Kyrie Irving coming back into the game. And let's look at the Oklahoma City lineup here. We got Wallace, Dort, Caruso, Williams. As Irving is back into the game, taking the inbound from Gafford. The Mavericks showing by 26. He's going to come around, and it's back to 24-point game. As I say, Kyrie averaging 26.8 points away from the American Airlines Center. Cason Wallace. Back over to Chet Holmgren. Over to Caruso. Dish into the Wallace. Wallace for three. No good. Anthony Davis with the rebound. I don't. And that is a reach-in foul against Alex Caruso. That's his first personal foul, first team. And we got substitutions coming in. Exum coming back into the game. Derek Lively now checking back into the game. So we got the Aussie connection of Irving and... No, wait a minute. Yeah, I think it might be Irving and Exum. Yeah, so Davis, that's a three-point shot. No good. Holmgren grabbing the rebound. Lugan-Stort rebounds 20-14 in favor of the Thunder right now. As we get over to Caruso. Holmgren with it. Being guarded by Lively. Oh, Holmgren almost got it for a second. Over to Williams. Williams for three. That's in there. Jalen Williams for three. It's 51-24. Got 7 minutes to play until halftime. It's been all Oklahoma City Thunder. Irving for three. No good. Lively to second. We'll get the offensive rebound, or Irving tried to shoot. Oh, no, that wasn't Irving. That was D'Angelo Russell that tried to shoot that for a second. Either way, Thunder get the rebound. Holmgren coming around. Being guarded by Lively. Still holding on to it. He'll get the shot up. That's not going to fall. Derek Lively the second with the rebound. 6:25 to play in the second. It is 51-24, Oklahoma City. Derek Lively back to Exum. Exum for three. That's in there. Dante Exum bringing the Mavericks within 24. Halfway there in the second quarter. There's a three-pointer. No good. Davis with the three. Got D'Angelo Russell. And then Russell for three. No good. Holmgren grabbing a rebound. Jalen Williams. D'Angelo Russell only 2 points on 1 of 9 shooting. He does have 2 rebounds. Get it over to Holmgren. Holmgren coming around. That shot's no good. Derek Lively the second with the rebound. We got D'Angelo Russell. Over to Derek Lively the second. There's a three-pointer. No good. Holmgren grabbing a rebound. To Anthony Davis. That shot's no good. Davis will grab the rebound. D'Angelo Russell crossing the half-court line. This game coming to you from the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. This is game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals between the Dallas Mavericks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. As you see, Anthony Davis with the slam dunk. Timeout, Thunder. 4:47 left to play in the second. We're going to take a timeout. 51-29, OKC on top. Coming out of timeout here, 51-29, we got Russell, Irving, Thompson, Marshall, and Lively out on the court. And for the Thunder, we have SGA, Dort, Caruso. I believe we got the starting lineups. I believe Holmgren and Hartenstein are out there as well. Should be the lineup set for the final 5 minutes of the second quarter. 51-29, OKC on top. But as I mentioned, though, this game coming to you from the Paycom Center is SGA with the bucket. 12 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I am Vinny from vdubproductions on the call for this first game of this Western Conference Quarterfinal series between the Thunder and the Mavericks here. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, as there is a loose ball foul called against Clay, as we got substitutions here as Isaiah Joe coming back into the game. Caruso, I think, is going to get ready to take a seat now. As I said, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do drop. And also, if you are inclined to support me financially, there is a link in the description down below for the link to my Cash App. SGA coming around with the layup. That's in there. That's 14 for him. He's only played 13 minutes, shooting 70%, but he may not be playing that many minutes in this game with them up by 26 right now. It just continues to pour on here. Russell for three. No good. Kenrick Williams into the game as well. Look at the rebounds, 24-19 in favor of the Thunder. Williams for three. No good. Lively the second. Najee Marshall with it. Past the half-court line. This is back over to Russell. Now it's Klay Thompson. Over to Lively. Lively coming around. Layup off the backboard. 55-31 here. 3 minutes to play until halftime. Isaiah Joe back over to Dort. Joe dishes it over back to Dort. Williams for three. No good. Kyrie Irving grabbing a rebound. Russell. Over to Marshall. Thompson for three. That's in there. Klay Thompson. And it's 55-34. The Mavericks only within 21. Kenrick Williams. Over to SGA. And that's in there. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 16. Under 2 minutes to play. Klay Thompson, that shot is up, no good. Jalen Williams grabbing the rebound over to SGA. And he's going to go to the line shooting two. I believe that's D'Angelo Russell's first personal foul, first team. Timeout, Thunder. We're going to take one as well with a minute 39 left to play. 57-34, Thunder on top. Timeout, coming out of timeout here. Let's see here. Irving, Exum, Thompson, Marshall, and Lively out on the court. And the lineup set for the Thunder here. We got SGA. Of course, he's going to be out on the court because he's shooting 2 free throws. We have Hartenstein and Holmgren for sure we see over here. As SGA will hit the first one. As it's been all Thunder since the opening tip. He sinks them both. 25-point lead for Oklahoma City. Dante Exum, 15 on the shot clock here. A minute 30 to play until halftime. And there for Irving. Irving for 3. That is no good. Hartenstein grabbing a rebound. Jalen Williams with it. 26-21. Thunder on top. Or Thunder on top of the rebound. Hartenstein. Over to Dort. Dort for 3. That's in there. Lugens Dort. Hasn't played much in that second quarter, but you know what? He's still continuing where he left off in that first quarter. I believe that's 18 for him. Thompson for 3. No good. Hartenstein grabbing a rebound. 28-point lead for the Thunder. Back over to Holmgren. Over to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for 3. That's in there. Lugens Dort. I believe that's 21. And the lead up to 31. Yes, Lugens Dort with 21 points. 7 of 8 shooting. All those shots have been beyond the arc. Thompson for 3. That's in there. Back to a 28-point game again. Klay Thompson with 12 points and 1 assist. SGA is holding on to it right now. Final shot. And there, Dort for 3. That's in there. Make that 24 for him. 8 3-pointers already in the first half. Desperation 3, no good. And that will do it for the first half. It's been all Oklahoma City Thunder. They're leading at 68-37. You're watching game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals between the Mavericks and the Thunder. We are heading to halftime. We'll see you in the second half. Get ready to start the third quarter here in Oklahoma City. The Thunder leading it by 31. And they have not trailed, and they've been off to the hot start. As you see, Lugens Dort highlights here. 24 points. All of those from beyond the arc. He's 8 of 9 shooting. I mean, you know, he's had 24 points. I want to be interested to see how he does the rest of this game as Davis will inbound it to Irving here. Look at the starting lineups of Irving, Thompson, Marshall, Davis, and Lively the second, as well as we got SGA, Dort, Jalen Williams, Holmgren, and Hartenstein. They're out on the court. Starter in the 5 for each team to start the second half, as Holmgren will get the steal after Davis loses it. SGA 18 himself in that first half, and that is a block by Derek Lively. The second goes out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession with 16 on the shot clock. A very rare highlight for the Mavericks in this game. Hartenstein. Back over to Williams. Dishing to the Holmgren, over to Dort, to SGA. 10 on the shot clock. SGA coming around. That's a block by Kyrie Irving, and I believe that's going to be controlled by Irving now. Thompson. Back over to Irving. To Marshall. Marshall dishing over to Irving. Irving for 3. That's in there. Kyrie Irving. He only had 7 points in that first half. Now he has 10 in this game. Shooting only 23% in that first half as well. Gilgeous-Alexander with the shot up. That is no good. Derek Lively the second with the rebound. Marshall with it. SGA with 18 points on 8 of 13 shooting. Davis coming around with the layup. That's in there. Najee Marshall. Over to Williams. The Thunder still up by 26 right now. Over to SGA. SGA misses that one. Lively the second with the rebound. Kyrie Irving now has it. Kyrie dishing it back to Thompson. Thompson for 3. No good. Holmgren grabbing the rebound. Baseball pass over to Dort. Dort coming around. He's rejected. Oh my gosh. That's the second time Luguentz Dort has been rejected twice in this half. This time I believe that's Marshall that got a piece of it. Lively had the first one. I think Luguentz Dort should stick to shooting from beyond the arc in this game. That's twice he's tried to shoot it from inside, and he's been swatted both times. Williams coming around, and that's in there. First points of the second half for the Thunder. The lead up to 28. Kyrie Irving. And that's going to go out of bounds, and that will be Thunder ball. See the coach, Jason Kidd, not really happy right now. We're approaching 2.5 into the third quarter here. 70-42, Thunder on top. SGA coming around with the layup. That's in there, and it's a 30-point lead again. That's 20 for SGA. Kyrie Irving over to Anthony Davis. Davis getting a little screen right now. 8 on the shot clock. Davis will lose it once again. Jalen Williams over to SGA. SGA back to Hartenstein, and Hartenstein with the slam dunk, and the Thunder are leading it by 32. Irving for 3. That's in there. Kyrie Irving with a three-pointer, and the deficit's back to 29 again. But we'll see how much the Thunder will extend their lead again. SGA jumper. That's in there, making it a 31-point lead again. 22 points. Plus 30 out on the court for SGA. When you have just as much of a plus-minus as the margin of your team leading, that's really a good day for you. Luguentz Dort has the rebound over to Williams. Williams rejected, but he is fouled this time. And that is a shooting foul called against Klay Thompson. That's his second personal, first team foul. Jalen Williams going to the line, shooting 2. Williams will hit the first one. And he rolls, hit the second one. 33-point lead for the Thunder. 4 minutes into the third quarter. Irving crossing the half-court line with the Klay Thompson. Back over to Kyrie Irving. Over to Derek Lively. Lively coming around with the bucket. And the assists, they had 23.3 assists per game. That was 22nd in the league. They have 14 tonight for the Mavs. Lugan Stort holding on to it right now. Has not hit a shot from inside yet. All of his points have come from beyond the arc. A couple times I've seen him make an attempt. He's been swatted as Hartenstein. There's a shot up there, and it's once again a 33-point lead here. Thunder shooting 30 of 52, 19 of 52 for the Mavs from the field. Over to Davis. Holding on to it, 10 on the shot clock. Kyrie, 5 on the shot clock. And there, Irving. That is no good. Hartenstein grabbing a rebound. Over to Williams. Williams back to Holmgren. Holmgren, count it. Or no, not count it. Never mind. That's the second team. That is Anthony Davis' second personal foul, second team foul.
At the line for your Oklahoma City, Chet Holmgren. 2 shots.
2 shots for Chet Holmgren. Look at the scoring breakdown. Points off of assists. 48 points and 15 three-pointers made. 8 of those by Lugan Stort. As we got Pascal Siakam, you see he's doubtful for that strained hip, 4 to 6 weeks. As Holmgren will make the first one. And that game will be coming up in a couple of days from now, actually, game 2 of that series. The Pacers went and took game 1 of that series in a big way against the Milwaukee Bucks, and now Holmgren hits them both. 35-point lead here. We look at the free throws. 1-1 for the Mavs, 3-4 for the Thunder. 6:33 to play. As Irving will shoot the 3, that's in there. Kyrie Irving with 16 points, 9 of those coming here in the third quarter. He had 59 points in that play-in win against the Golden State Warriors. SGA coming around. That's in there. 31 of 53, I think, for the Thunder, as we got 20 of 54 for the Mavs. Thompson for 3. That's in there. Klay will shoot the 3. Back to a 31-point lead again. It was a 35-point lead for a while. And you see there's a slam dunk right there. It's 86-53, Thunder on top here. Game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals between the Mavericks and the Thunder. The Mavericks as the 7 seed and the Thunder the 2 seed. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And if you want to support me financially, as you see Jalen Williams with the bucket, it's back to a 35-point game again. And if you want to support me financially, there is a link to the Cash App in the description down below, as well as underneath it, the link, the information for my social medias for X and Instagram. Please do follow me on there as well. We got 3 on the shot clock. Anthony Davis coming around. That is blocked and controlled by Holmgren. Lugan Stort. We should back over to Holmgren. Over to Hartenstein. Back to Dort. Dort for 3. That's in there! As soon as he got a chance to shoot an open 3, he drains it. 38-point lead. That's 27 for Lugan Stort. 9 3-pointers in this game. Kyrie Irving. That's a shot up. That's in there. 36-point lead for the Mavericks here as we're approaching the final 4 minutes of the third quarter. Over to Chet Holmgren. 7 on the shot clock. This is back over to SGA. SGA will get the shot up. That's in there. It's back to a 38-point lead again. 26 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 18 of those in the paint. AD with it. 15 on the shot clock. 3.5 to play in the third. Irving misses that one. Hartenstein with the rebound. Luguentz-Dort coming around. Dort gets a shot up from inside, and guess what? He actually made an inside shot. 40-point lead for OKC. That's 29 for Luguentz-Dort. Irving just shoot it back over to Davis here. 3:05 to play in the third. That's in there. Kyrie Irving. I believe that's 19 for him, or 22 for him, I think. 95-58. I think he's got to be somewhere in the 20s. Dort for 3. That's in there. Make that 10 3-pointers for Luguentz-Dort already. 32 points for him. And the lead up to 40 again. Irving for 3. No good. Hartenstein with the rebound. Williams over to Dort. Dort for 3. That's a miss right there. But I don't blame him, though. He's been hot from beyond the arc. I believe he's 10 of 13 from beyond the arc. 11 of 14 total in this game, I believe, for him shooting-wise. And there, Davis coming around. No good. Holmgren with the rebound. Luguentz-Dort with it again. He has 32 already. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter, I should say. SGA holding on to it right now. 5 on the shot clock. Over to Williams. Williams for 3. That's in there. They reached the century mark, and they're up by 43. 101-58. We got 125 to play in the third. This is the third quarter, so do not adjust your screen or your monitors. This is a correct, accurate score. Irving for 3. No good. Holmgren grabbing the rebound. We got Jalen Williams. 15 on the shot clock. Back over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein coming around. That shot is up. That's in there. It's a 45-point lead. 56.6 to play in the third. Thompson. Over to Kyrie Irving. Irving for 3. No good. Jalen Williams grabbing the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander dish it over to Dort. Dort for 3. No good. Irving with the rebound. Kyrie, and he's going to go to the line shooting 2. SGA called for his first personal foul. First team foul with 23.5 to play in the third. Next game coming up will be the final start of the playoffs here, the final series to start, and that will be in the Western Conference, the Western Conference Quarterfinals, featuring the San Antonio Spurs, the 8th seed, as Caleb Martin coming into the game. And also, let's see here, SGA still going to remain in the game. We'll see how things are going here. As Irving will shoot the second one. Hit them both. 103-60. Shot clock turned off. So we have the San Antonio Spurs, the 8th seed, that won both the playing game, the 9-10 playing game, as well as the 9 versus 7. So they won 2 playing games to get to the right to play. It's the Irving over the Russell. Russell for 3. No good. And that will do it. We are at the end of 3. It's been all Thunder. They lead it 103-60. I am Vinny from VDub Productions. You've been watching the Western Conference Quarterfinals here on VDub Productions. We'll be back to start the fourth very shortly. Start the fourth quarter off with the State Farm assist of the game. That's going to go to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander on one of Lugansdorf's 10 three-pointers so far after 3 here. As you see, Caruso inbounding it to Wallace. Isaiah Joe also out on the court. And there, Caruso for 3. No good. That's in there, actually. So we got Kaysen Wallace, Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams, Alex Caruso, and Kenrick Williams. It's a 46-point lead for the Thunder. Largest of the game, Davis for 3. No good. But that is a tip in by Rico Gafford. Remember to stay tuned from after the game because we'll have the post-game player statistics and then my sign-off. Joe for 3, no good. Russell will grab the rebound. So it is Russell, Gafford, Davis. And Exum with the assist there. So that's Exum there is on the court as well. So we have Gafford, Exum, Russell. Yeah, so Exum, Russell, Gafford, Anthony Davis, and Christie out on the court. So that is a lineup set for both teams. Took about a minute and a half to get the lineup set for both teams. Davis, he's coming around. Davis with the layup, no good. Kenrick Williams grabbing the rebound. Kaysen Wallace over to Alex Caruso. Caruso for 3. No good. Anthony Davis with the rebound over to Russell. Russell back to Dante Exum. Exum, that's stolen by Kenrick Williams over to Caruso. Back over to Wallace. Wallace rejected. Gafford with the block. At D'Angelo Russell. That is in there. D'Lo with the bucket. 42-point game. Kaysen Wallace back over to Jalen Williams. That is to Jaylin Williams. Caruso for 3. He got it. The lead up to 45 again as Kyrie Irving is at the scorer's table waiting to get in. It really doesn't matter for him. They're not coming back and winning this game. I can tell you that right now. 8 on the shot clock. Davis, he's going to go to the line shooting 2. That's Kenrick Williams called for his first personal foul. AD waiting to get a chance to get a couple more points in this game. Try to make this game a little more respectable. As I said, next video will be the the Spurs, who won 2 playing games to get that 8th seed, and the number 1 seed, the LA Clippers, as Irving coming into the game for Dante Exum, the 2 Aussies. One subbing the other. And let's see here. Is that Jang in the lineup now? And that's a miss right there by the offensive rebound. AD missed both of them. Irving will miss that one, and Jang will grab the rebound. Wallace holding on to it right now, 15 on the shot clock. Wallace coming around. That is no good. D'Angelo Russell with the rebound. Over to Max Christie. Over to Anthony Davis. Davis back to Russell. Russell for 3. No good. Wallace will grab the rebound. You go to Wallace to Jang. That's no good. Irving will get the rebound. Kyrie Irving holding on to it right now with his team down by 45. Russell for 3. No good. Jang will grab the rebound. Right now, I don't think the Thunder are really worried about getting anything going. They can just hold on to this ball the rest of the game if they want to. That's a pass right there. Caruso for 3. No good. Gafford grabbing a rebound. To Christie. Back over to Irving. Irving for three. That's in there. Kyrie Irving bringing the team back to within 42. Wallace for three. No good. Max Christie grabbing the rebound. Or is that Cam Christie? There's a lot of Christies I know that are in the league. Irving for three. That is in there. Kenrick Williams grabbing the rebound. Give it over to Caruso. Over to Isaiah Joe for three. No good. Gafford grabbing the rebound. Kyrie. That dishes it up. No good. Isaiah Joe with the rebound. And over to Cason Wallace. Wallace back over to Jang. Over to Kenrick Williams. Back to Jang. Jang. There's Isaiah Joe for three. That's in there! It's been a while since I called a bucket for the Thunder. And it's 114-69. Over halfway through the fourth quarter. Russell. He's going to go to the line shooting two. Cason Wallace called for his first personal foul, second team foul. If we're going to foul players like that, at least they're going to be up by 45. That's okay. But just remember, you're not always going to be up by 45. I have a feeling game two is going to be a little bit closer. But we'll see, though. First one made. And let's see who's coming back in. Thompson and Derek Lively coming back into the game. And for the Thunder. Who's that? Is that Sorber? Caruso over to Sorber. Sorber will miss that one. Lively will get it as you see Kyrie Irving back over to D'Angelo Russell here. 5.5 to play in the fourth. 114-71. Irving coming around with the layup that's in there. Kyrie Irving. Caruso over to Sorber. Back over to Wallace. Wallace for three. No good. Derek Lively to second with the rebound. 5 minutes to play here in the fourth. Back over to Thompson, over to Irving. Irving, jumper, that's in there. 39-point game. You see the Mavericks at 29-78, and the Thunder 43-78. Over to Caruso. Caruso with the layup is in there. It's a 41-point lead again. Kyrie, 10 on the shot clock. And that's in there. Kyrie Irving with the bucket, bringing the deficit back to 49 or 39, I should say. Over to Cason Wallace. And look at that slam dunk to Kenrick Williams. It's a 41-point lead again. Cason Wallace with the assist. Under 4 minutes to play here at the Paycom Center. Game one of the Western Conference Quarterfinals. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. If you stuck around and watched this game, if you haven't done so yet, do hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. As you saw Anthony Davis with a bucket there. It's back to a 39-point game. Over to Caruso with a shot up. Make that 41 again. But do hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And also, if you are inclined and you can support me financially, or choose to support me financially, there is the Cash App in the description down below, the link to that. And also, Underneath there will be my social media, so you can follow me on X and Instagram. Wallace for three. No good. Davis grabbing the rebound. In there for D'Angelo Russell. Under 2.5 to play. Irving for three. No good. Kenrick Williams as he's crossing the half-court line. Thomas Sorbo over to Wallace. Back over to Caruso for three. That's no good. Davis with the rebound. 2 minutes remaining. Over to Russell. Back to Davis. Got over to Kyrie Irving. 10 on the shot clock. Irving for three. No good. Sorber grabbing the rebound. Minute 35 to play here in Game 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals. The Thunder are well on their way to a 1-0 series lead here as Russell called for that shooting foul. Looks like Wallace is going to go to the line, shooting two. Try to put his team up by 43. With exactly 90 seconds left to play. There's the first one. Is that Marshall coming back into the game? And Wallace will hit them both. So it's a 43-point game. Minute and a half to play here in the fourth. Irving for three. No good. Sorber grabbing the rebound. Holding on to it right now. 15 on the shot clock. Sorber. No good. Derek Lively to second. Grabbing the rebound. Got Najee Marshall. Back over to Irving. Davis for three. No good. Caruso grabbing a rebound. Under a minute left to play. They can just hold on to it if they want. Wallace coming around with a layup. That's in there. 45-point lead. I believe that might be tied for the largest lead of the game. Or might be the largest lead. Who knows? 30 on the shot clock. Irving coming around with the bucket. Shot clock is still on, but really I don't think that's going to matter for the Thunder here. They can just hold on to it. Caruso, shot is up, that's in there. Shot clock turned off. Do the Thunder try to, or the Mavericks try to get at least one shot up before the end of the game? They might just hold on to it, and they will. Very convincing win for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They got off to an early. They scored early. They scored often. They never looked back. They never trailed. That's the final score. The Thunder 126. The Mavericks 81. The Thunder will take a 1-0 series lead in this best-of-7 Western Conference Quarterfinals series. Well, stay tuned, everybody. We are not done yet. As you see, SGA getting player of the game. Time to look at the player statistics for this game, starting off with the victorious Oklahoma City Thunder. We got Lugan Stort, 32 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He had 10 three-pointers in that game. Then we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 26 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists. Jalen Williams, 18 points. That is Jalen Williams, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Alex Caruso, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Chet Holmgren, a double-double, 10 points, 13 rebounds with 3 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks to go along with it. Cason Wallace with 9 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists. Isaiah Joe, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. Hartenstein, 8 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. Kenrick Williams with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Thomas Sorber had 3 rebounds. Osmani Jang, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. The other Jalen Williams, the Jaylin Williams, he had no stats in 3 minutes of play. Then we got AJ Mitchell, Nikola Topic did not play for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And now time for the Dallas Mavericks. Kyrie Irving, 34.6 rebounds, 3 assists and a block. Then we got Klay Thompson, 15 points and an assist. Then we got Anthony Davis, 10.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Derek Lively, the second, 7 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist and a block. Daniel Gafford, I said Rico Gafford. Why did I say Rico? It's Daniel Gafford, 6.7 rebounds and 1 block. D'Angelo Russell, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Followed by Dante Exum, 3 points, 3 assists. Najee Marshall, only 1 rebound and 7 assists and a block. Max Christie, I did get that right at the beginning. It was Max Christie. I think that's Cam Christie that plays for the Clippers, the team that we're going to be watching in the next game. Max Christie with 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Then we got Caleb Martin with 3 rebounds. Brandon Williams, Jaden Hardy, Dwight Powell did not play for the Dallas Mavericks, and that will do it for your post-game player statistics. Our next game will be game number 1 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals, the final series to start in this NBA playoffs for my season playthrough, and that will be between the 8th-seeded San Antonio Spurs and the top-seeded Los Angeles Clippers. Hails the league's best record in the season playthrough. This game coming to you from Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. In that 1 versus 8 matchup, the Clippers are fully healthy, while the Mavericks are going to be without the services of Kelly Olynyk and then also rookie Dylan Harper, who's out for the season, has injury right before the play-in tournament. So that's going to be a big blow for them. So we had 2 big rookies from this rookie class being out in the Western Conference Quarterfinals series. Cooper Flagg, of course, for the Mavericks, and now Dylan Harper for the San Antonio Spurs. And if you enjoy what you saw, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come up. And if you do choose to support me financially, once again, as I mentioned, we will have in the description down below will be the link to the Cash App, as well as below that will be the social media, where you can find me on social media on X and Instagram. And with that, reminding you guys the final score of this game. The Oklahoma City Thunder came out scoring early, scored often, never trailed. They defeat the Dallas Mavericks 126-81. The Thunder lead the best of 7 series, 1 game to nothing. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.